You ever have one of those days where you're like, man, I'd do anything to go back and fix that one decision? Yeah, now imagine you actually do it, and the price is your soul. Because this is your life as Al Simmons. Not Spawn yet, not the cape, not the chains, not the glowing green eyes. Just a human being who's extremely good at violence and extremely bad at trusting the people closest to him. You're Al Simmons, former US Marine turned top-level covert operative. The kind of guy governments use when they want something handled quietly. You don't ask questions, you don't hesitate, you don't leave loose ends. And that's why they keep calling you. You've done things for your country that would ruin you if they ever hit the news. So you cope the only way you know how. You stay focused, you stay sharp, you stay mission ready. But you've still got one soft spot, one thing you're not trained for. Wanda, your wife, your whole heart. She's the reason you still feel human. And if you're being real, she's the reason you keep telling yourself all this blood and dirt is worth it. One day, you get another assignment. Nothing looks weird at first. Same briefings, same need-to-know attitude, same cold handshakes from people who pretend they're your allies. But something feels off. The intel is too clean. The plan is too perfect. It's like somebody already decided how this ends. You mention it to your boss, Jason Wynn. Wynn smiles like you're being paranoid. He tells you to relax. And you do, because that's your job. That's the moment you learn the hardest lesson of your entire life. When you're useful, they call you a hero. When you're inconvenient, they call you collateral. A voice greets you like it owns you, because now it kind of does. It's not God, it's not an angel, it's Malbolgia, a demon lord. And he's basically like, look at you, all that loyalty, all that sacrifice, and they threw you away. He offers you something that sounds like hope. He says you can see Wanda again. You can go back. You can return to Earth. But there's a catch. Of course there's a catch. You don't get a free pass out of hell. You get drafted. He wants you as a soldier in a war you didn't even know was happening. He wants you as Spawn. The mission goes sideways in the worst possible way. There's an explosion. Heat, fire, screaming metal. Your body takes the hit. You're not injured. You're cooked. Your lungs are wrecked. Skin burned. Bones done. You're lying there in the dark, fading out. And all you can think is Wanda. Not your medals, not your kill count, not your legacy. Just her. You try to say her name, but your throat won't work. Everything goes black. And then you wake up. Not in a hospital, not in heaven. You wake up in a place that feels like pure hatred. You hesitate, but then you think of Wanda and your brain goes, fuck it, I'll pay anything. So you say yes. And that one word changes everything. You don't return to Earth like a normal man. You return like a mistake made by hell. Your body is wrecked and rebuilt. You feel heavier, wrong, like your bones don't sit right in your skin anymore. You're wearing this living suit, like a second organism fused to you. A cape that moves like it's alive. Chains that obey your thoughts. And you're confused as hell because you still feel like Al. But the mirror, when you finally see one, tells you the truth. You are not human anymore. You are something else. Something terrifying. You try to get your bearings. You don't even know how long you've been gone. Then you find out. Time skipped. Years passed. And Wanda didn't freeze in time waiting for you. She did what people do when they're broken. She survived. She's moved on. She's with someone else now. Your best friend, Terry. And it hits you like a knife because you can't even blame her. From her perspective, you died. And the worst part, you can't just walk up and say, hey babe, it's me, because you look like a monster. So now you're stuck watching your old life through a window like a ghost. Just when you think it can't get worse, you meet the guy hell sent to help you. A clown. Yeah, a literal clown. He calls himself Violator, and he's not funny. He's the kind of evil that laughs while it hurts people. He follows you around, talking like he's your buddy, but you can feel the leash around your neck. Violator's job is simple. Keep you on mission, keep you violent, keep you working for hell. And he keeps reminding you, over and over, you made a deal, now do your job. You start realizing you've got abilities that don't make sense. You can summon chains, shape your cape, heal, fight like a demon with military training stacked on top. But the powers aren't unlimited. There's a meter, a limit, like fuel. And every time you use it, you're spending something you can't get back, which means every flashy move has a cost. So you're constantly making choices like, do I save someone right now or save power for what's coming later? And you don't even know what's coming later because hell never tells you the full plan. That's the point. Here's the twist. You're supposed to be hell's obedient soldier, but you're still Al Simmons inside. And Al Simmons doesn't like being owned. You start pushing back. You stop following orders. You start protecting people you weren't told to protect. You start asking questions. And every time you do, the world pushes back harder. Because now you've got enemies on all sides. Hell wants to control you. Heaven doesn't trust you. Humans fear you. And Violator is always there, smiling like he knows you're trapped. The real horror isn't the monsters. It's the fact you can't undo the moment you said yes. You wanted love. You wanted a second chance. You wanted Wanda. But you got dropped into a war where you're not the hero. You're a chess piece. And the more you try to hold on to your humanity, the more the universe tests it. Because being Spawn isn't just being powerful, it's being cursed. You can be strong enough to tear through demons and still be too weak to touch the life you lost. So your life becomes this brutal balancing act. You fight monsters. You resist manipulation. You try not to become what hell designed you to be. And deep down, you're still chasing the same thing. Not revenge, not domination, just peace. Just a moment where you can look at Wanda and she sees you, not the nightmare standing in front of her. But the world doesn't give you peace. It gives you choices. And every choice costs. That's your life as Spawn. A man who loved too hard, trusted the wrong people, and tried to bargain his way out of grief. And if you're thinking, damn, so what's the moral? It's simple. Hell doesn't trick you with obvious evil. It tricks you with what you want most.